Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you guys and make a video on how I do my everyday makeup. Nothing crazy, but I do get a lot of questions on what products I use and how I get my makeup to look the way it does. So this look is basically just going to be like a very simple, very easy, very natural everyday makeup tutorial. So this will be perfect for everyone. You don't have to be advanced at makeup. It's nothing crazy. It's just little tips and tricks of how to make your skin look glowing and healthy. And yeah, so if you want to learn, then keep watching. Right now I have no makeup on at all. I haven't prepped yet, so I'll show you guys how I prep and do my skincare before my makeup, because that is probably the most important part of getting the look I do, is all the prep time that it takes to get my makeup look. Okay, so first things first, the first thing that I start off with is a toner. This one's by Pixie Beauty. It's the Glow Tonic Toner. This has 5% glycolic acid. So what this is going to do is exfoliate my skin, get rid of any dead skin cells, smooth out my texture, give me a really nice, even skin texture. It's gonna literally, like, you'd be surprised what comes out of your cotton pad when you tone. This is the first most important step to your skincare routine, especially before your makeup. You'd be surprised what comes out on the cotton pad. Even after I cleanse, wash, I still use a toner, and literally it just pulls out all the impurities of your skin. But this one is awesome. It does not have alcohol in it, which is great. It leaves your skin glowing. It doesn't feel drying at all, yet it's pulling all of the impurities out of my skin. And basically you just have to figure out your skin type, and then based on your skin type, that's how you know what skincare products you're going to use and what makeup products you're going to use, because what might work for me won't work for you. So for reference, I do have dry skin, and then I get combo in the summer. I get oily, like on my T-zone. So first step, toner, highly recommend. I apologize in advance for the quality of this video. I don't have my equipment with me. So the second step that I do is use an essence. This one is from Fresh. It is the Black Tea Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence. This is anti-pollution, and it helps with anti-aging. It's powered by kombucha, fermented sweet black tea. It increases moisture and luminosity for a radiant, lustrous complexion. It just helps like plump your skin with fine lines. And basically what an essence is, people think it's a serum. There is a difference. What an essence is, it's thinner than serum, so your skin absorbs it faster, and it literally goes through every layer of the skin, and it's basically prepping your skin for all the serums that you're going to use after. You don't have to do this part. This is just what I prefer. This is how I do my skincare even when I'm not doing my makeup. So yeah, if you don't want to use a million things, you can use this as a serum. I highly recommend this. It's great. Now the second step I'm going to do is put my serum. This one's from Lancome. It's the Genifique serum. Normally I would wait just a little bit for your skin to absorb all your products that you put on before you start layering. Otherwise, what can happen is your makeup will start to, it's called pill, but I'll just say peel. It won't blend right, or the products won't absorb right if you don't do it in the right order. So you start from thinnest to thickest, so thinnest serums to thickest, and you just make sure you really pat it in there. So I'm going to put the serum on. And my skin, because it's dry, it's just going to soak this in. It's going to give me a really radiant complexion, even out skin tone. Even if you're oily, definitely recommend hydrating before. I always have customers and clients asking me, they're scared to use serums or whatever the case because they're oily. It does not matter. You still need to hydrate your skin. You just have to use different products if you have oily skin. Your makeup won't look right if you're dry or oily if you're not doing the skincare part. It's just the way it is. So yeah, like I said, this whole first part is my skincare, and then we'll get into the makeup quickly. I should have done this step right after I put on that Pixie toner, but I forgot. But this is the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Hydrating Toner Mist. So basically this has hyaluronic acid in it. It's going to keep your skin nice and hydrated for, it says, up to 72 hours. It has witch hazel in there, amino acids, oil-free, alcohol-free. So we'll let my skin soak that up. And while that is happening, I'm going to go in with this Pixie Beauty 24K Eye Elixir. This is just going to help depuff my eyes before I put on any eye creams. And just for the sake of this video, I'm not really waiting for my products to completely dry, because that would take forever. So I'm just going to roll that on there. I hope you guys can see. This is going to help to depuff, brighten. Love this. Can't live without this. So those will absorb. And while that's absorbing, I'll go in with my last serum. And then I'll go in with my eye cream and my moisturizer. This is what I mean when I spend a lot of time on my skincare before my makeup, because that way I don't have to use loads of makeup on my skin. I can work in layers with my makeup. I don't have to pile on a whole bunch of makeup, because when you take care of your skin, obviously that's good for you when your makeup looks better and your skin just looks better. But I'll be right back. I'm going to wait for this to dry. I'm trying to play around with the lighting so you guys can see better. I don't know. But now the last serum that I do is this Dermalogica Phyto Nature Firming Serum. I've talked about this so many times. This is brand new. It retails for $140, but for very good reason. You know, there's a lot of skincare brands that claim a lot of things. You know, it's gonna make you look younger and blah blah blah. But Dermalogica is the real deal. It is a pro brand, and basically what this serum does is it literally takes off 5 years of aging skin, because it really targets pollution from the environment and works on a cellular level to really, you know, get cell turnover, moisture. It gets really technical, but definitely look it up. Look up the serum, because it has changed my skin. Like, it's even, it's brighter, it's crazy. But you're gonna pat these serums and products into your skin, press it in there, again, to make sure you get full product absorption. But see, already my skin is just looking really healthy, glowy. There's really nothing I can do about the circles under my eyes, because I just don't get a lot of sleep. Alright, and finally all I have left is my eye cream and my moisturizer. This eye cream is from Dr. Hauschka. I have no idea how to say it. It is an all-natural brand, although this eye cream retails for like $68 or something like that. I find it to be incredible. It has a teeny bit of a tint to it to help cancel out any dark circles. It's full of like natural products, incredible products. I think like grapeseed oil and rosehip. It has anti-aging properties. So then I really pat under my eye. I cannot do my makeup without eye cream. Otherwise your concealer will crease. It'll look cakey and dry, and we don't want that. And your under eye area is the most sensitive part of your skin, because it's the thinnest skin that we have on our face. So you really want to make sure that you're delicate, you're taking care of it, and you're not just adding concealer and makeup without an eye cream. That's like a big no-no. You will age faster, and your makeup will just look better this way. Love this eye cream. Look it up, you guys. I was really surprised with how much I love it. I have so many eye creams, and I still reach for this one. It's great. And then, oh my god. Okay, I'm losing my voice. Last, I'm using Dermalogica's, hold on. Okay, so for my moisturizer, I am using Dermalogica's Prisma Protect moisturizer. It's light activated. It gives your skin this like beautiful glow, but the important part is that it has SPF 30 in there. I used to not give a shit about SPF. I'm not gonna lie. Now I can't go without it, especially if you're using like vitamin C serums. There's some ingredients that make your skin, like retinol and all that, sensitive to the sun, so you can get like really bad sunburn and skin irritation. But anyways, SPF, this is a lightweight formula. It just makes your skin glow, helps literally with everything. Anti-aging, luminosity, hydration. I love Dermalogica. Now, it's really hot upstairs in my room, so I'm literally sweating. I have to go put the air on because I look dewy and hydrated, but I feel like I also look oily because I'm sweating. But this just absorbs in your skin so nicely. It's not sitting on top. And what a moisturizer is basically going to do is lock in all that other stuff you put in before. It's like the last layer. Lock in all those serums, eye creams, essences, whatever we put on. Some people think that using a moisturizer before their makeup is enough, and it's not, because technically what a moisturizer again is supposed to do is lock in all that moisture that you put prior with all the serums and stuff. Finally, we can get in the makeup. Oh, and last, I'm going to hydrate my lips because they're super dry. I'm just using Lush's lip balm, Honey Trap, all natural. Oh my god, this stuff is amazing. It literally like plumps your lips naturally. I think there's like peppermint in here. What is it? A pat of mint honey goodness to protect your palate. But anyways, so hydrating. Definitely people like complain about using matte lipsticks. If you use a nice moisturizer or chapstick or whatever for your lips, you won't have that problem. So the key here is to stay hydrated. Hydrated without makeup, and especially before makeup. So important. It makes the world of a difference. If I just went in and started using my makeup without doing any of this, I would look dull, I would look flaky, I would look dry, it would look bad. My makeup wouldn't blend out right, so it's really important, okay? So when I'm doing my makeup, I literally take more time doing my skincare, which I have no problem with at all, than my makeup nowadays. So let's get into the makeup. Okay, so I fixed my lighting situation, and then I changed into shorts because I was literally dying of heat. So moving on, we finally are getting into the primer. I normally use the famous Benefit Professional Primer or the Laura Mercier primer, but I got a little sample of this guy. This is from Tula. Now Tula is a skincare brand, and they have amazing products. It's full of probiotics and superfoods. Now this primer, it's called Face Filter Primer. It's good for blurring any fine lines, pores, and it also moisturizes at the same time. So we are going to prime the skin. I prime everywhere. You can cocktail prime. I do that. Normally I actually do that. I'll use a hydrating primer like this all over, or the Laura Mercier one, and then here in my T-zone where I have more pores, I'll use the Professional Primer. But I'm telling you, because of the skincare products that I've been using lately, I don't even need to use primers for pores. It's crazy. My skin has been like on its A game. So please listen to me, because I have very, very, very acne prone skin. So much redness and unevenness and texture, but it has been looking just dapper lately. Alright, so we primed. Next, alright, so next I'm going to start with the foundation. Now again, the point of this little tutorial, or long tutorial should I say, is it's my everyday makeup. So this is phenomenal, and when I tell you guys I have a billion trillion foundations, I do. From high-end to drugstore, this is amazing for an everyday wear. I have been loving light to medium coverage because, hold on, let's apply this on my hand before I keep blabbing. I'm trying to teach you guys as well. This is kind of what I do at work. I want people to know what their products are doing for them. I feel like you can benefit more that way instead of just watching a makeup tutorial with people putting their makeup on and not explaining why they're doing that. So When you work in layers, meaning I'm not going to start off with a full coverage foundation. Yes, I want my face to be flawless, evened out, pimples covered, blemishes, whatever. But if you start with a really cakey, heavy foundation, then you're just going to be a cake face. I love products that allow you to work in layers. So I'll blend it out. This literally is so thin, you can't feel it on your face, and it literally blends like a freaking dream. And it's the perfect match. It's the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup, and it sure does live to its name. So, finish blending this out. I love beauty blenders. I use brushes as well, but this is just faster for the sake of the tutorial. But even with a brush, I'll use like a stippling motion, because you want to press the product into your skin. I feel like this foundation is a little too light for me on camera right now. It's because I went to Florida. I'm usually not this tan, but I promise you guys, this is my foundation color in real life. Okay, so I just really blended that in there. I don't even need to go in with another layer. But if you have like, let me show you guys up close so you can see that my skin is not perfect. I have a little pimple right there. Texture. See? Don't have perfect skin, people. I swear it's the lighting, but I do have blemishes. My skin is not perfect. But anyways, what was I saying? Okay, really like press it in there. If you had like, sometimes I get huge breakouts. You could see my scars right there. I get breakouts here. You can add in another layer. So work in layers. You don't need to add unnecessary layers of foundation and whatever where you don't need it. And also that's kind of the point of concealer. You spot conceal. So use a medium coverage foundation, and then you can go ahead and conceal any pimples that you have with the full coverage concealer, so your skin still is like breathing through the makeup and it looks, you know, natural, healthy, radiant. That was a really big tip and trick that I've learned throughout the years of doing this. But anyways, next I'm going to use a color corrector. My dark circles have been, you know, just not leaving me alone. So peach, this is like a light peach. It's going to cancel out my dark circles. This is the MAC Prep and Prime. Now with correctors, I never used to listen. Always got to learn the hard way. I used to like pile it on everywhere. Really, you only need it here in the corners of your eye, because this is where we get darkest the most. And you don't need to drag it all the way across. It just does make a difference. This gives the illusion when you just apply it here that your dark circles are not there. And then you can blend it out. You do not need a lot of product for corrector. So for this, I take my finger actually and I blend and really get in the corner here, because of the way the shadows hits makes our dark circles look even darker, or at least mine. So just patting it in there, really pressing it into the skin. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm not a lefty. I'm going to finish blending this out with my finger and I'll be back. Okay, so I patted that into my eye. You don't need to use a color corrector if you don't have dark circles, but it really helps because, again, peaches and oranges or reds, depending on your skin tone. If you have darker skin, if you have a deep dark skin tone, red is going to cancel it out for you. If you're my skin tone, oranges and peaches, like that color is going to cancel out dark circles. And then to brighten the under eye area or highlight, you use a concealer. I very surprisingly love this Kylie Skin Concealer. And again, I have NARS in my makeup bag. I have Estee Lauder. I have pretty much everything because I have issues. But this stuff is freaking crazy. I was so surprised that I loved it. I don't really use Kylie Cosmetics. I have a couple of her lipsticks. And I have an eyeshadow palette. But that's it. So anyways, this is a very natural finish. It's medium to buildable coverage. It blends out like a dream. The first time I used it, I was like, whoa. But anyways, I'm gonna go and blend highlight. So Just brighten up this area, the chin, and definitely the under eyes, and I'm going to drag it up when I blend. It blends out so seamlessly, so easily. And honestly, I normally don't even use this much concealer. That was very unnecessary, but because I'm doing my makeup on camera, it's kind of throwing me off. But you don't even need to use this much concealer. Like I said, work in layers. You can always add more. You can't do less. See, but it's kind of like brightening my face, giving that like lifted, highlighted effect. I'm going to finish blending out this eye, and I will be back. And I do use my concealer as a primer too, so I do press it in there and make sure, again, you're really blending that in nice and pressing it in your under eye so you don't get any creasing later. Okay, and if you have any redness, you know, you can go under there. I'll be right back. Okay, so my concealer is blended. Now, immediately what I do right after I apply my concealer is I set it. This is definitely going to prevent creasing, and it's also going to literally blur the shit out of your under eyes, your skin. This has been my absolute favorite. This is Lancome's translucent powder, the loose mattifying powder. I am obsessed with this stuff. I actually like it better than the Laura Mercier one, and that's pretty hard to beat. So it's preference. Sometimes I use a brush, sometimes I use a sponge. Always make sure your sponge is damp, by the way. Now, I'm going to take that. I guess you could call this baking, but I don't really bake. I'm just setting because I don't leave it on my under eye for a long time. If you have dry skin or more mature skin, or if you have more lines and texture, baking, leaving the powder on for a long time is only going to accentuate that more. I'm simply just patting, setting my under eye. And I find actually, if you're more of a brush girl for your foundations and concealers, that's cool. I get it because I alternate. But setting with a sponge works the best because you are really pressing that setting powder into your skin and it is not going to move. So do you guys see already how it gives this like blurred effect? So then I'm just going to, and I'm using very minimal product. I just put it on the lid and then pick it up from there. So I'll set my chin a little bit here where I crease, a little bit over my nose, and then on my forehead here, basically where we applied the concealer and where you get oily. You don't want your makeup to move around, so a setting powder is going to prevent that. My makeup would not last or look right without a setting powder. Now sometimes obviously powders absorb oils, so if you start looking too powdery, it's like makeup, I always say this to my customers and my clients, it's a balance. You need hydration to make your makeup blend well and to just keep your skin looking healthy. You need powders to set your makeup so it doesn't move. It's literally like bulletproof, and also it seriously smooths your skin. But then you can start to look a little too powdery if you go a little powder crazy, but that's what a setting spray is for. It's going to bring back that moisture, that skin finish look. We'll get to that when we get there. But anyways, I'm going to finish this up. Basically, I'm done, so let's go to the next step. So if you have any excess powder, I always just take a powder brush with nothing on it and kind of just sweep any excess powder off. This is just the new IT Cosmetics dual-ended absolute powder brush. Love this stuff. All right, so the next step we're going to do after you dust any extra powder off is use a bronzer. Again, this is an everyday look, so I don't need to use top of the line products, expensive products on my face for an every single day wear. I love this NARS bronzer palette. I have a bunch of Too Faced. I like this Becca palette, but I've been finding what I actually really enjoy lately is this drugstore brand called Physicians Formula. This is their Butter Bronzer Muro bronzer. I don't know, it smells like heaven. Literally smells so good, and it truly is like butter. It just blends out on your face like a dream. So another reason why it's really important to set your face is because if you are going to put powder on top of liquid, it won't blend well because it's gonna adhere to like the stickiness, to the tackiness of your wet foundation. It won't blend out quite the same unless you do it in stippling motions. But I just think, I don't know how people survive life without setting powder, basically is where I'm trying to get at. Now, so easy for every day. You're just following the natural structure of your face. So when you put a foundation on, it kind of makes your face look like flat. There's no dimension. So girls will tend to buy foundations that are way darker than their skin tone because they feel like they look too pale. Don't do that, please. For God's sakes, don't do that. I see it all the time, pretty shook. What you gotta do is just find a bronzer and then you add that warmth and structure back to your complexion. So cheekbones, pretty much like where the sun would hit naturally, really, is what contouring is. I don't really even contour like hardcore. This is how I contour. So my cheekbones, your temples, over your forehead, underneath your chin, kind of sculpt that out. And then I'll take a smaller brush. Let me grab that. You can even go under your neck a little bit. I feel like this lighting is making me look extra pale, I promise you. I'm not this deathly pale. I know my face looks paler than my body. It's weird. But anyways, I will take a little brush, okay? And technically contouring, you're supposed to use cooler shades that mimic shadows. This is a bronzer, but so it's different. It is a different thing, but who gives a shit? This is what I'll do for every single day. Take a little brush and just very lightly use very minimal product to just bring that warmth to my nose. It kind of ties the whole look together. If I didn't put any bronzer right here on my nose, contouring my nose, it would look really weird. This kind of just pulls the look in together. And also if you want to slim your nose, it gives that effect. So there you go. Now for every day when I'm on the go, like I said, people are asking me like, what do you have on your eyes? And really, what I have on my eyes is whatever I use on my face. That's going to give a very monochrome look. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Next, I'm going to use a blush. I have been loving the Becca Cosmetics Chloe and Malika collaboration blushes. I mixed these two. Such a pretty look. And I use, it's not sparkly. Don't get scared of glitter. I wouldn't want glitter on my face either, but it's like a beautiful, you can't even see that. It's a beautiful sheen. So I mix those two, and the proper way to apply blush obviously depends on your face structure, but what I do personally for my face shape is I'll smile, and I kind of follow the apple of my cheek. That's how I find where I'm supposed to place it. And then I drag it up. It should never be like bronzer, blush, highlight. It all should sort of like melt together, blend together seamlessly. Then I'll even put it around my forehead. This just, again, helps with the monochrome look. Smile. Really emphasizing that apple and dragging it up, giving that lifted effect. Everything goes up. Not adding any more product. I'm just simply blending for my dear life. Blend, people. Blending is seriously the key. Now, if I want to get a little crazier, I take a little small brush like this. I go into the lighter blush shade, and then I only hit the apples of my cheeks, just to kind of brighten. I'm not dragging it all the way up, but just a little bit here. If you're not a fan of blush, you can use a more muted color. I wanted to show you guys this one. It's not so much pink or bright. It leans more on like the nude side, which is still beautiful. I think blush just adds that life and makes you look like alive, the life back to your skin. And if you ever feel like you applied a little too much blush, which I feel like I have, because again, I can't do my makeup on camera. Oh my God, I feel like I got something in my eye. Ow. Okay. but I definitely feel like I normally don't wear this much blush, but hey, whatever. It's because I can't really tell when I'm doing my makeup through my phone screen. But if you ever feel like, oops, you added 2 more on accident, grab a brush with no product in it and buff it upwards. Of course, this will kind of like get rid of any extra or really buff it into your skin so it doesn't look as harsh. And then I'll put some extra on my nose, kind of like a, you know, when you get tan, your nose gets burnt a little bit. That's pretty much the effect of it. Now for my eyes, super quick and easy. I use one brush. Depending on what blush I use that day or bronzer, because I alternate a lot, that's what I'll put on my eyes. So since I used this bronzer today, I'm gonna actually pop that on my lid. This again gives a really monochrome look. All the colors just blend together and look gorgeous. So I'm gonna put this all over my eye, add some depth to my eye, some dimension. And this has a really pretty sheen to it. You guys seriously check this bronzer out. It's fucking phenomenal. I think it's like 15 bucks or something like that. 15, 16, maybe even cheaper. Depends where you get it. But anyways, I just quickly do that to add some depth and dimension. And then again, depending on the blush that I use on my face, I'm gonna pop that on my lid. I use these guys. So I'm going to blend these two together, pop that on my lid, blend again, pop that on my lid. So I'm just going to finish blending this out really fast, but blend, 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 blend. You can add as much product to your desired effect. And normally this, you guys, this makeup application takes me like 15 minutes to do, but because I'm explaining and struggling, because I am not the best at making tutorials, it's obviously taking me a lot longer. So if you're still watching, thanks for hanging in there, and I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Alright, so I'm done blending. What I'll do next is, hang on. Alright, so I'm starting to look a little bit powdery, naturally, because I'm putting powder, powder, powder blush, powder this, powder that. I'm going to go in with the magical MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus setting thing. Oops. I'm running out. But look at it, literally, ooh, I went a little crazy, but who cares? It's literally going to get rid of that powdery look. Okay, it's going to bring your skin back to life, give it that glow, set your makeup. I use this in between my makeup applications. So like if I feel like my face looks too dry from the powders, I'll add this in, and then I set my face all the way at the end too. But I want to show you guys a new setting spray that I've been setting my face with because I'm fucking obsessed with it. Now, I don't do my highlight until after I spray my face, because sometimes highlights can really emphasize your pores and your texture if your skin is too dry. Set your face first. That's a really good tip. And then apply your highlighter after. Kind of like the finishing touch. That's what I do. And I'll put it like in the tear ducts of my eyes. So anyways, it's going to be time for eyebrows. Okay, so for my brows, I use the Benefit Brow Pencil and then the Gimme Brow thingy. My God, I literally like forgot how to talk because I'm over talking right now. This took longer than I anticipated, but it's okay. Love teaching, love doing this. So you're gonna brush your eyebrow hairs up, and for your eyebrows, really, unless you want to go crazy, but I don't like to go crazy, you are just going to, you shouldn't be creating an entire new eyebrow unless you literally have zero hair, okay? It's not cute anymore. Instagram makeup is not the same as real life makeup, and even on Instagram it looks like shit. I don't like blocky eyebrows. You are just going to simply fill in any sparse areas, and I love this brow pencil because it's waterproof, first of all, super long wearing, very precise, and that little fine tip, you can mimic hair strokes. So work in like little baby strokes. Very, very, very light-handedly. I do not go in heavy because that can look too harsh. And I love Benefit's brow products because they have different undertones. If you have like an eyebrow shade that's just too dark for your eyebrow or whatever, it's gonna make your face look too harsh. So the eyebrows are like the structure of your face. Use the right products for God's sake. Go in light-handedly. I'm gonna finish this eyebrow and I will be right back. Okay, seriously, doing your eyebrows on your phone is not easy. But then I also like that it has the brush side because you want to brush that product and blend it out. Now, I don't always have time for this in the morning when I'm running late for work, which is literally like always. You can use just the Gimme Brow. That's why I love it. It has different shades on here. I believe I'm shade 3. It wiped off, so I can't tell. But this has fibers in here that mimic, it's going to give your eyebrows like volume, and it's going to look like real hair. So really, and it's colored. They have different shades, like I said. So sometimes if I'm in a rush, I literally just use this. Can really keep building it up and not use the pencil if you don't have the time for it. But, you know, just blend it upwards. Oh, my eyebrows look like shit. I should really invest in like a mirror for these little tutorial thingies that I keep trying to do. But, okay, so I got some over my eyebrow. That's a really easy fix. You're just going to take a brush. Usually you could do that at the end and clean it up if it gets a little messy. All right, now, next, we are going to use mascara. I have loads of mascara. I keep trying new ones. I think I'm going to try a new one today because why not? Usually I'll use the Smashbox, Lancome, Too Faced Better Than Sex, but let's try out, just for fun, the Damn Gina, the new Too Faced one. Let's see if it's better than sex. So I'm just going to apply this mascara. I'm going to raise my phone for this and use you guys as my mirror. Okay, so when, this is weird. When applying mascara, there's no easy way to do this. Really start at the root, and depending on the formula, I like to wiggle my brush. This is going to give your lashes that fanned effect. You guys know I love you if I'm getting all close and personal. Basically, you can see the inside of my nostrils, and I don't care because I really want you guys to learn these tips and tricks. But when you start at the root, okay, and you kind of hold it there and wiggle it up. So start at the root, hold, wiggle it up. It's going to give you that really pretty, fluttery that cut off, but I'm going to finish my other eye off camera, and depending on how I feel, I'll put bottom mascara. I just started doing this, or I won't put bottom mascara. Sometimes when you add lower mascara, it can kind of like drag your face down, kind of like drag your eyes down. If you want that more like lifted fanned effect, then just do the top mascara. But honestly, I haven't been putting bottom mascara on since I learned that technique for like weeks, so I am going to do it today. But I will be right back. I'm just going to finish this, and we have like 2 more steps and then we're done. Alright, so done with my eyes. If you get mascara, if you're sloppy like I am, you can just take that eyeshadow brush and blend any mascara out of your crease. Now I really got to wrap this up because I took forever and I got places to be and people to see. So for highlight, I am going to use, I'm obsessed with this, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. Beautiful color. I'm almost hitting pan, but I'm going to go in to my tear duct. Now doing this really kind of brightens up your eye. gives the illusion of a bigger eye, a wider eye, more awake, and I think it just looks beautiful. Kind of ties the look in all together, the highlight. And then for highlighting your cheekbones, this is a Morphe brush, the Morphe M438. Oh my god, I feel so YouTube. And then this is just the Cosmetics fan brush, the number faded off. Really just preference. I'm going to use this one today because I feel like it's just easier to get in there. Now, people always ask me about highlighters. They get confused. Like I said, your products, you shouldn't see like bronzer, blush, highlight. It should all like mesh together. And if you can see, I don't have any highlight on right now. This is because I'm by my window. What highlight is basically where the sun and the light bounces off your face. This is like my natural highlight right here. That's where you should be applying your highlighter. And the reason why it looks so luminous like that is from my skincare products that I used, and that blush had a little bit of a sheen, and just hydrate your skin. So basically that's literally, I'm glad that I'm by the window where your highlight goes. So we are just going to kind of, okay, now for my lip, I am a nude girl. I just use a lot of different products, but one of my favorite combos right now is any nude liner. And these Lancome matte little shakers are freaking phenom. I can't believe how everything has faded off all the writing from my makeup bag. But anyways, okay, this Kylie lip liner is not sharpened. Neither is my Urban Decay. Now the only thing that I have next to me is this L'Oreal Color Rich lip liner and toffee, and I actually fucking love this. Okay, so, okay, there you go. This is gonna be hard. Just lining my lips. Okay, so far so good. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Alright. A nude lipstick or whatever the hell you prefer. Now these Lancome lipsticks are amazing. Matte finish, but also super hydrating, lasts forever. And then I'll literally put this lipstick on at like 9 in the morning, and at 5 p.m. with no retouch, people will be like, I love what you have on your lips. And that's because it leaves behind a really pretty stain. So it looks like you're wearing lipstick, but really it's just this faded, beautiful Lancome lipstick. This is called the shade New Delhi, and it's their lip matte shakers, I believe they're called. But you know how like everyone has their perfect nude? This is my perfect nude lip. So hydrating. It goes on a little like wet, and it literally feels like serum at first. I was like, how is this a matte lipstick? But once it dries down to a matte, but your lips are extra hydrated. I love this stuff. Super interesting. It's my first shade that I've ever bought from their specific lipstick thing, and I'm going to buy more. Now last, I'm going to set again using this Ofra makeup setting spray. I love this stuff. It smells like a dream, and it literally like, your face just looks poreless, flawless, dewy, and it really keeps your makeup in place all day. I want to say that this giant bottle, you get 8 fluid ounces of product, which is crazy. I think it was literally only like 16 bucks, 18 bucks. I don't know. It wasn't that expensive. But anyways, now, like I said before, if you just used a bunch of products, my face looks good right now because I use that MAC Fix Plus. My makeup is leaking everywhere. That MAC Fix Plus, it doesn't look as powdery anymore, but sometimes I find that that setting spray doesn't hold my makeup in place when I have a really long, like 10-hour day at work. I use this all the way at the end. That is great for hydrating, and it does kind of set your makeup, but this stuff, you guys, oh, okay, that, who knows what I just look like on camera, but there's something wrong with the nozzle. Oh my god, it literally just shot out like a fucking jet stream, and it usually is not like that. Everything is falling apart. Like my Kylie is leaking. Everything is leaking. This is broken. But anyways, this is the final look, you guys. I know that it took a while for me to film because I'm just trying to explain to you guys why I use these products and the order that I do them. But this makeup, using these sorts of techniques, will look good in real life. Your skin will be glowing. And this wouldn't be possible, again, if I didn't spend a million years on my prep, on my skincare. The prep is really important. It's really going to set the tone and the base of what your makeup is going to look like and really what your skin is going to look like. I go for a look, I love makeup where my base, so my face looks poreless, glowing, healthy, and I'll take more time again on my skincare than my actual makeup. Really, for my makeup, all we did was L'Oreal foundation, color correct, and I don't even do that all the time. I did it for the sake of this video. Concealer, set, bronzer, blush, a little bit of highlight, and you're good to go. Like, look at the eyes, look gorgeous, and that's just from blush and bronzer. It's a really, really great tip. This will look beautiful in the daylight, inside, outside. You can vamp it up if you want to go out, you know, add some liner, smoky eyeliner, whatever it is. And of course, you can always adjust this based on your skin type. But this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it. I know I'm not the best at making these videos, but please let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you ever want me to make more of these and what you guys want to see from me. All right? Bye. Am I YouTube now or Instagram? Okay, but really I just wanted you guys to see every angle and the way the light hits. The sun is going down, so I have my handy little ring light over there. But yeah, I love it. My go-to. Slicked my hair back in a bun because I didn't have time to do it. And there you go. Healthy, glowing, luminous skin. Whoa, I did my lip liner weird. Juicy Pout. That is my go-to.